I would. I had to make sure I had my.
Your head coach or something?
Mark, the last scrimmage of fall camp, were there specific things that you were looking for and looking to get out of this last big practice?
Just another chance for especially our young guys to compete. We held a bunch of guys out offensively to obviously get them kind of to a little bit healthier place, and then also get the younger guys in there and compete a little bit more. And then the biggest area was special teams, just all the young DBs and linebackers to get out there and compete and play physically and do it when the coaches can't be out there and tell them, hey, you need to block this guy with this leverage. And so for the most part, got a lot out of it. We'll take a look at the film and make some decisions this afternoon and tomorrow morning, and then just start cranking it up toward game day.
Mark, Brady was not sugarcoating on the defense. He said that they're a long way from being any kind of a defense. Is that him being a tough grader or issues that are very worrisome?
I think it's somewhere in between, right? I think we weren't very good today, and I think that was a mentality more than anything. That I think if I'm putting on my amateur psychiatrist hat, I think that they knew a bunch of offensive guys were out and didn't put their best foot forward, which isn't good, but isn't some schematic, irreparable thing. And so they'll crank it up here on Saturday, the next time we get going toward UC Davis and get that right. But yeah, as far as I think it's just of their frame of mind more than anything.
Earlier this week, you said some positions have kind of already been a little bit decided. Is that quarterback one of those decisions where it's clear?
We'll discuss all that stuff tonight and this afternoon and get with our guys and go.
How much of the defensive issues are attributable to just simply guys learning a new scheme and a new style of a coach? Is it not that anymore?
No, it's not that at this point. We had a couple missed tackles, a couple guys late to get lined up, and Kanai had a couple big runs. Tony had a couple big runs. We had some broken tackles in the secondary of guys just late to line up. And again, that's just urgency, a very, very, very correctable thing.
You talked about linebacker being a position where it might be hard to name those starters. Were you able to see any separation out of that today, or do you feel like that's still going to be a tough decision?
Yes and no. Well, yes, saw some good things and saw some stuff that, hey, this guy probably is, a year away today. But then also the special teams film we need to evaluate, and that's what will take place this afternoon.
Are you ready to name a starting quarterback today? Right here, right now? 10 days? You said 10
See?
days, Coach?
It's almost like 30 seconds ago. The same thing was that. Sorry. Everybody will be. Obviously, we're going to talk to our guys first before we make any announcements at any position, but that will be forthcoming.
Coach, there's
Sorry.
no excuses, but at this point in fall camp, are guys mentally and physically is getting a little beat down?
Getting a little beat down.
A little beat down.
I don't know if beat down. I don't think they're beat down. I think. It's you never know what it is at the end of camp. Some guys are quote unquote saving themselves and trying not to get hurt, and then sometimes that's where that stuff can occur. But by and large, the guys that know what they're doing and all those things, they're working their tails off. I think there were just a few lapses today that again are very, very correctable.
Going into fall camp, are you at full strength health-wise? Everyone's available?
There's not one team in the world that's at full strength health-wise, unfortunately, with the game we play.
Well, obviously, we mentioned this before. Brady wasn't very happy with how the defense played today. Going into the first week of the season, is there an area that you're most worried about?
At most, an area that you're most worried about, I think just, maybe more than anything, just confidence and attacking things. Again, that goes to their mindset, and that's our job to get them right. At this point of fall camp, they're running 800 defenses against 800 different offensive sets, which we won't see on a week-to-week basis. And so when you're a young linebacker lining up against a new look for the first time, there's some hesitation, and so it's our job to eliminate that and find out ways to either teach them a little bit better, get a different guy in there, or change the scheme, and we'll get that dialed in.
Did you guys ever have a realistic timetable for, okay, we have a new coordinator, we have a new system, like it's going to take 4 weeks in before we're saying this is when?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, I know every team is different in every year, but going back to last year and looking at how you were last year, are you maybe a bit more encouraged going into this year as opposed to last year with the team you have and where the team is?
I mean, I liked our team last year. I like our guys this year.
What's not bad?
They've no. I think I know what you're saying. We're again, knock on wood, we're healthier than we were last year. We're stronger than we were last year. I think by the time we get to a game planned out, dialed in situation, I think we'll have a lot of guys playing with confidence. And then, as I said last week, we're very young, very immature, and so we'll see how we react to highs and how we react to lows, because there's going to be both of those in some form or fashion.
How do you balance Devin Allen getting up to speed, but at the same time not slowing down the rest of the group and the offense?
Yeah, just doing a lot of stuff. He's out there right now getting in his work of making sure that he's kind of in compliance with the practice regulations and all that stuff, and where the rest of the guys will have an off day tomorrow. He's gonna do a workout tomorrow, and so get kind of himself in a football frame of mind, and get him dialed in on some of the nuances of things that we've changed.
So tomorrow would be his third practice then, so that he could then be in pads.
Yeah.
This is switching gears for a second, but what do you think of the new Marcus Mariota Performance Center?
I will be in there for the first time tomorrow, so yeah, it's exciting. It's phenomenal from the little peaks that I've looked into just from around the corner, and just again another testament to Mr. and Mrs. Knight, and their commitment to student athletes here is phenomenal.
What do you think a facility like that can add to this program and to recruiting as well?
Well, just again the commitment to the total student athlete. It's head to toe, taking care of everything that we possibly can, 365 days a year, and then most importantly getting the right people in here that will truly take advantage of it.
You also said that Dakota wasn't always very good at limiting turnovers so far. Has that improved, or is that since week one? He was saying week one he was pretty careless with the ball. Has that improved?
Yeah, it's improved, and again, I think his biggest thing in terms of being careless was just trying to win the job with every throw, which is a very natural thing to do for a quarterback competition. The guys put a lot of pressure on every single throw, and again, like we've talked about, that's good and bad, just as far as having that hang over him. But yeah, he's been better with the ball, and so have those other guys for the most part.
I was going to say, is that because Dakota likes to gamble a little bit and he trusts his arm so much, his physical skills, or does the grasp of the playbook where you want it to be?
No, his grasp of the playbook is fine. It's never totally where you want it to be. I think it was more of just I'm going to force this in here and win the job, kind of a moment, and that doesn't always work out.
Sure.
How's tempo been, Mark? You encourage, enthused about the tempo, where they are tempo-wise, offense?
It's been okay. That's been kind of a daily battle. Just again with install and young guys in there, young quarterbacks in there. We had some good spurts today, and today was there were a lot of situational things. So second and long drill, could be a one-play drive at 2nd and 10, and if they get a first down, that group's off, and so it's hard to have a rhythm, really, a tempo of that nature. But we've been good to fair. It'll get better.
Royce was saying that he just doesn't really care at all about being compared to guys like McCaffrey and Cook and Fournette. Do you think he gets enough national kind of publicity exposure for his obvious? He's so close to breaking a pretty hallowed record in 3 years with Michael.
Yeah, he's pretty phenomenal, and I've said it before, we wouldn't trade that guy for anybody on the list, and that's no disrespect to those guys, but I don't know what a guy has to do to get more publicity, and it's not like Royce is unsung, but we've I think put ourselves in a position to have a guy like that get publicity, and you need to win a lot of games, and maybe we were out of that talk earlier than some of those other teams last year. So I don't know. You guys would probably have a better temperature on that than I would.
How has Royce kind of handled his leadership role coming into fall? I know that Lubick kind of talked about him. Are you guys using him as an example for drills and stuff? So how has he kind of embraced that leadership role?
Well, he's always been an example for drills and stuff. He and Charles are phenomenal workers, and that's been a great hallmark here. Whether it's going back for a long time, our best players have been our best practice players, and that carries a lot of weight. And his thing is just being a little bit more vocal, coming out of his shell a little bit more, because he is a quiet beast, but great person, great kid, and we want him to just infect himself into our team a little bit more.
Thanks,
All right, thanks.
Let's put this down.